Hello, I'm Mark from Redbook Productions, and today we're going to talk about explainer videos, how explainer videos work, and all about explainer videos basically. So firstly, let's look at what is an explainer video. So an explainer video is just to explain what you do as a business. So it can be an overview of the business as a whole, or it could be looking at a particular product or service. So I've put together a formula of how explainer video should work. And the way you start that is to look at a problem that the client is having. So you look at the problem, magnify the problem, look at what is the worst case scenario of this problem. And then within the video, you agree on what the solution would be. So if it's, I don't know, we're not getting enough people phoning us, then what's the worst case scenario of that problem? Then we close down and nobody comes to our business. I end up moving back in with my mum and dad, and it's an absolute disaster. What's the solution to that problem? Is to get the phone ringing. How do you get the phone ringing? Make more videos. Well, if we made more videos, people would know who we are. If we made more videos, we'd get our message across more easily. The phone would start ringing. Who's going to make more videos? This video production company. You look at the problem, magnify the problem, agree on what the solution is, introduce the product, and then show social proof. So look at other people that have given you reviews, look at how you've helped other people, what kind of other problems you've solved, and then give a clear call to action of what people should do next. That's how you put an explainer video together. The next part is, where should explainer videos go? All sorts of places. I think you should have an explainer video on the front page of your website. If you look at my website, I've got a brilliant explainer video, I think, on there, and it follows this formula. It can also go on your social media as well. So I'd recommend putting this as many places as possible. So put it onto YouTube, onto LinkedIn, onto Instagram, onto TikTok, but just make sure it fits in with those platforms. So it's not just a landscape video on a portrait platform. Make sure you're editing it so it's going out in the right places and it looks like it fits into those places. If that requires some additional editing, make sure it's done so it fits in with each platform it goes on. Why do calls to action matter? The calls to action on explainer videos are so important because that's how you measure the success of your video. So if you're saying, click through to my website, if you're saying, download this PDF, if you're saying, book a meeting with me, if nobody's booking a meeting, you'll know something's not quite working. And then you need to look at, are people watching the video for us to the point where they get to the call to action, or are they typically dropping off before? There's a few ways of just keeping an eye on making sure that they're getting through to that call to action, making sure that call to action is something they're going to actually react to and click on or buy something now. I think if you're putting this video together using that formula, they will watch typically more than they switch off. If you want to get started about putting together an explainer video, then just message me on here or put a comment below and I'll be in touch. That's it for this episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.